This film breakdown is going to be a fun one. It's because we win. They're not as fun when we don't win. That's obvious. What is up, Finn? That'd be cool if I could, draw on the screen. Fans! This is Doug, and this is Disney Channel. I do the M. Anyway, film breakdown today. Dominating win, 30-0. I don't have that much to break down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plays. Normally, I think the Titans game, I had a whole page of plays. I was like, so much to talk about, so much that needs to be addressed, so much. There's a lot of good things in here. There's a few things that I think need to be addressed, mostly on the offense. But we dominated them. Something I did notice, though, at one point, we were on the Jets' 14. We were on their 14-yard line. And we got 3 penalties. 3 offensive penalties. And it caused us to kick a field goal. Clean that up. A nice long, our third touchdown. We started on our own 20. It was a 12-play, 65-yard, 4-minute and 24-second touchdown. And people are going to poo-poo it because it's the Jets, but people, again, forget that it's a top 5 Jets defense, a number 2 passing defense. And we were without so many players, and we just did what we wanted to. Also, Raheem Mostert, I have one play of him wanting to hit somebody. He runs hard. If you hear anybody say that the Dolphins are a finesse team, and when it comes to them running, they're very finesse, I say ignore him. Because Raheem Mostert runs hard. That dude will run you over. But without any more yammering out of my trap, let's minimize myself and let's break down some flapping film. Put myself over here. Make myself even smaller. Actually, you know what I'm going to do too? Because there's unnecessary. There we go. It's just unnecessary at this point. You know what I'm saying? So this first play is going to be a sack. It's going to be the first sack of the game, and I'm going to play it. We're going to freaking look at it. Just and the fumble. The sack fumble. I feel so bad for Zach Wilson. Just look at this. I don't even think we didn't blitz. We just messed with them. And that's what Fangio does. You think, oh, it's an all-out blitz. They only have one receiver. They're in an I formation, strong wing type I formation with one receiver. Oh, look at this. They have, 1, 2, 3 down linemen, or in a 3-4 system. It looks like they're blitzing David Long and Chubb and Thor. It's all-out blitz. And then, nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. They sent 4. And Sealer just it's that left side 77, and I think that's Mekhi Becton. He sucked that day. And then Christian Wilkins up the middle, and then Bradley Chubb finishing it off, getting the fumble. The one gripe I will say, and it's like the smallest thing. The ball is loose. Now, I'm assuming Christian Wilkins doesn't know the ball's loose. I'm assuming he thinks it's just a clean fumble. Watch him get up and dance. Get the ball. Or he might think, hey, someone else will get it. But still, man, get the ball. Get the ball. This is another sack. Again, a very defensive dominant day. Watch Bradley Chubb and watch Mekhi Becton. It's just not fair. It's just not. And I wanted the Dolphins to draft Mekhi Becton because he's just ridiculously huge. It's just not fair. Watch this. Where you, so Mekhi Becton essentially over pursued. I mean, we're pulling the pen out. We're pulling the pen out. So essentially, Mekhi Becton went this way, completely over pursued. Bradley Chubb comes in. He acts like he's going this way, and then he cuts to the inside, and just Mekhi's like ready to block somebody, but he over pursues to his left. And Bradley Chubb goes whoop and goes this way and just moves his hands out of the way. But it's just the over pursuing this way is what kills Mekhi. If Mekhi kind of just stayed where he was going to be, right there, it probably would have been fine. But see how he keeps going over? He's trying to sell the play action, and Bradley Chubb's like, get out of here. And he gets his quarterback killed. This is to a sack. Now, this is the sack where Quinnen Williams does the waddle, and then one of the other defenders comes and uppercuts him, and then our first play on the next drive, offensive drive, 60-yard bomb to Waddle for the touchdown. Now, again, when I look at sacks, pause on that, I try to see, is anyone open? Can he evade some of them? And all that stuff. So we're going to look at it and try to see, was anyone open when the pressure got there? You see him try to evade, and then he gets sacked. So you see him try to evade. You see him gets the pressure here. He steps up, tries to evade, give himself time. Now at this point, when he drops back, he's looking over here. He has his check down here, but he's looking over here. He's stepping up, trying to give himself more time. This isn't open. This isn't open. This could be open, but the defender's right there. With the amount of pressure he has trying to step up, he's not going to be able to set his feet and throw it over the defender. He's looking here. Actually, no, I think he's looking at Jalen Waddle here still, because now, again, he stepped up, and Austin Jackson did his thing, so I think he's looking in this general direction. Then he looks for his check down. But at that point, Quinnen Williams gets through. It's a sack. So I think it's quick. And he goes through his progression pretty quick because he goes from his right, goes to the middle, and he goes to the left to his check down. All while dropping back, feeling the pressure from his right side, stepping up, trying to, keep his eyes down the field, and gets rid of it. It's kind of quick. One, and he looks, boom. And the Jets defense did a good job of staying in coverage. Drops back, boom. Just looking over here. Not ready, not even looking, so you're not going to throw this here. He's not open. Okay, step up. Like I said, could throw it over the top here. So you could have hit Cedric Wilson Jr. Then he looks for his check down, but at that point, Quinnen Williams sacks him. And then Quinnen Williams gets up and he does the waddle, and we'll get to this. Now, this is Sealer's sack. So my first 4 plays are sacks. Now, great play by Sealer, and that's what he's really good at is he keeps contact, and then at the right moment when he sees the quarterback step up, he sheds the blocking and he makes the sack. I will say this, if you're a Jet fan, you could probably look at this and say he got away with hands to the face because it's just a blatant palm right to the left guard's face. But that's what I love. Engages here. Pull out the pen. Or my bread and butter, defensive line. So he engages here, and then he's going to strip and go this way as soon as he sees the quarterback step up. So as soon as the quarterback steps up, he engages and he looks. And as soon as he sees the quarterback, he rips away from him and makes the sack. That's like his bread and butter. So he sees him stepping up, rips him away from him, grabs him. Now this is the play. You're gonna waddle us, and I know Quinnen Williams is Alabama guy, Waddle Alabama guy too. I get it. You don't waddle on our turf. This is what happens when you waddle on our turf. Play action here. Oh, I got him. And Tua did what he needed to do, and he was smart. Very smart. Play action, drops. Tua is now looking Tua's eyes are not looking over here. If you look, he's looking straight. He's not looking over at Jalen Waddle. What he's doing is look at the safety. He's pulling him over here, and he's going to freeze him. Essentially looking straight, and he's holding the safety there because he knows he's got Jalen Waddle who's going to go around the defender and run his route. I need to hold the defender there enough time that I can drop it to my guy, and I won't have anyone over there. Because if you look at the beginning of the play, it's cover two. Cover two. Two high safeties. Drops back, play action. He looks at him. All right, he's doing his in and then out and up because that's essentially what the route was. The route was essentially he goes up, he goes in, and then up. He goes in, and then up and around. That's the route. So as soon as he sees the in, Tua thinks to himself, I got to freeze this safety because the safety's looking right at Tua. So he looks over, freezes him, sees here comes the up, throws it. And it's the same situation like Tyreek Hill when you're neck and neck with the corner. Tua trust, my guy has more speed. I'm going to put it up there for him. And it's a beautiful throw. Waddle didn't have to slow down. Waddle didn't have to wait for it. Waddle didn't have to jump for it. Just right there. Great throw, great play, great manipulation to keeping the safety more towards the center field than over towards the sideline to help the corner. Just beautiful. Beautiful all around. Absolutely love it. Beautiful. Now, we're going from beautiful because that was 1st and 10. That was our first play, 1st and 10 from our own 40. And he lays that one up. Now it's 1st and 10 from their 35. And this one on the stream, this made people laugh when I said this on the stream. This one made my butthole pucker a little bit because this was almost another pick six here from Tua Tagovailoa. And when I first watched it, first off, I had a mini heart attack because I was like, oh my God, because I wanted to blow him out. What we did, I wanted 30-0, blow him out. And when I first watched it, I was like, he should have thrown it to the outside a little bit more. The defender played it really well. He jumped in front of it. Not, much he could have done there. You throw it outside, he's probably not catching it. But, it's one of those situations where actually you throw it outside, you might get picked off by Sauce. Because Sauce is kind of playing that zone. See? As soon as he threw it, he kind of broke on it. That's the other thing I noticed too. Sometimes people will see it and be like, "Oh, he had Raheem for a touchdown. He was wide open." You got to realize that Sauce breaks off of it when the ball's thrown. But when you're looking at it from the jump, drops back, probably could have hit this. But again, the pass was already thrown. It's what was this? 1st and 10. Yeah, probably could have hit here. We also had this here. He didn't need to throw it. I get it's his first read, and he's like, look, I'm going to get it to my guy. But you had this, and you also had Durham Smythe in the seam there. Probably could have made those throws. But again, I was like, oh, God, Jesus. Oh, my God. I was like, no, Tua, don't do it. This next one is where it's 1st and 10. We're on their 13. And this just shows how hard Raheem Mostert runs. That man wants to hit somebody. And you if you ever play Madden and you air truck, sometimes it slows you down, especially when you truck when you don't need to and you could have just broke away and probably got a long touchdown. He air trucks twice in this one, and he just wants to hit somebody. So I'm going to play it, and then I'll show you where he air trucks twice if you don't see it. We'll pitch to the right side. Good block by Durham Smythe. Now, beforehand, he does a little hop skit, which I like. A little hop skit. That's a nice block by Durham Smythe. And I get it. I was critical of these plays when I was watching the live stream because I wanted him. I'm like, my man, because this is what did I say this was? 1st and 10 from the 13. Just run it up the middle. But then I'm like, because you have, you know, Cotton and you have Jones. I don't even think, no. Is that Jones? You have Eichenberg. Like, these guys aren't really going to do much with Quinnen Williams. So if you run it up the gut, you're not going to get. So I get where Mike McDaniel's thought process is all right, we're going to run to the outsides. We're a zone running team. We're going to do our thing. But, like, if not for Durham Smythe and for his speed, a possibility of a tackle for loss, which did happen throughout the game at some points. But jukes this guy, comes to the inside, and then watch him here. He, like, does a double truck. See, he's ready. He wants to hit somebody right here, and here. He wants to hit somebody. 1, 2, like. He's like, I'm gonna. Oh, no one's there. All right, and then he falls. So I just thought that was funny. And again, you watch him run. He doesn't run out of bounds. I love it. Absolutely love it. He broke Ricky's record for the franchise single season rushing touchdowns. Kind of runs like Ricky a little bit too. This is a Bradley Chubb sack here. Surprise, surprise. Bradley Chubb had 3 of them and 2 strip sacks on the day. And it's just the resiliency of him. And if he continues to play at this level, because I think he's at 9 sacks now, he's going to get up there in sacks. But again, you're dealing with Mekhi Becton, who's not a good left tackle. You know, they kind of keep the tight end to help Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton's like, oh my God, here he comes. Just, that was a horrible, and Mekhi Becton is such a big dude. Such a horrible block. But then on the flip side, it's like, as a Jet fan, can he throw this ball? Because he had time. He's sitting here. Yeah, right here. This is 3rd and 10. Right here. Could have dropped it off right here. He had time. Standing there. Right here. Could have dropped it off. Would have got you a decent yardage. Could have went for it on 4th down. But again, that's Trevor Siemian. They're not, you know, Josh Allen. They're not Patrick Mahomes. They're not going to do these plays. This is a great play. Now, I want you to notice something. I'm going to draw this one before the play goes because I just want you to notice something. Normally, and on the interception, the 2 interceptions against the Patriots. I think he had the 2 interceptions against the Raiders and he had 1 against the Patriots. Jalen Ramsey's on this side, but he followed Garrett Wilson. So Jalen Ramsey is right here. Garrett Wilson's going to essentially run a deep out, and Jalen Ramsey follows him the whole way. And at the cut inside, because this is 3rd and 19, at the cut inside, you would think that Jalen Ramsey got a little turned around when you watch it. So when Garrett hits his foot and heads to the sideline on his out route, watch Jalen Ramsey. You would think that he gets turned around. That's the difference between an elite corner and just a corner. Backs off because, again, it's 3rd and 19. Give him space. Plants his foot. Boom. Punches that ball out. Just a great play by Jalen Ramsey. But you think right here, oh, crap. Look at all this field here. Simeon sees it. I'm going to get the ball to him. Even Kader Kohu drops back and helps in coverage. Really good by the secondary. But you think, get the ball to him. There's no one really up here. Here's your 2 safeties. Possible touchdown. But he turns around, plays it, gets his hand in there, punches the ball out. Like, it's just, he's just so good at what he does. And he's the difference maker. I know he likes to downplay that the defense is playing better with him on the field, but he's the difference maker. When we face CeeDee Lamb, when we face the Ravens, when we face the Bills with Stephon Diggs, he's going to be the difference maker to shut down their number 1 wide receivers, and the rest of the guys can do their own thing. Just a great play by Jalen Ramsey there. Now, this is an incomplete pass to... No, this is a different play. I got a little ahead of myself. 4th and 5 from their 45-yard line. Now, we tried a 4th and 5 before, and we, and then we did a little of this. We motioned the guy, and then we took the penalty, ended up kicking the field goal. So at this point, my thinking here is they get a little lackadaisical, calm, whatever term you want to use, and are like, oh, it's 4th and 5. They're up by forever. They're going to try to call us offsides. Just relax. Don't jump. They end up running the play, which blew my mind because we snapped it at like the half-second mark on the play clock. And this pass is just like precision on precision of a pass. And then Jalen Waddle does his thing and gets even more yardage. Like just, and you see that there and you're like, he threw in between 2 defenders. Who gives a crap? Right here. So you look at it there, you're like, he just threw it in between 2 defenders. Who gives a crap? And a great play here. I think if he just put on the burners, he scores a touchdown. But we'll never know. But I got to show you from the other angle. Because it's not just him throwing between 2 defenders. Oh! Look at this pass. One more time. And I want you to notice something, right? And Tua is just really good at this. Where he's throwing the ball is he's throwing it to this shoulder, right? If he wants Jalen Waddle to go this way, he's going to throw it more towards this shoulder. Give him a chance to catch and keep going. It was like the 4th and 2 against the Patriots last year. But he throws it to his left shoulder because of the defender here. The defender's going to come down and make the tackle. He's giving Jalen Waddle a shot to get some yak because he knows he has all of this room back here with no defender. So he throws it. Let me erase. I'm just going to erase real quick. He throws it to the other shoulder. I'll play it again. Watch. Watch where he throws this ball. See where he catches it? And it's a fluid motion because you see, as soon as he catches that ball, he's planting this foot right here to cut up field. People underestimate the precision and the thought process of Tua throwing the ball. People think that, oh, he just throws it up. He's a spot thrower. He's just going to throw it up to these wide receivers and they're going to catch it. He knows where he wants to put the ball on the player. So I'm saying, like, when people are like, he's a spot thrower, I just ignore him at this point. Because, like, he literally is putting it where he's going to help his receivers out. It's crazy to me. This last one we're going to talk about is Tua's sack here. And again, with these, was there anything available? Pass interference. And I looked at this. Is that this one? No, I'm sorry. This is the incomplete pass interference to Jeff Wilson. I'm off today. I apologize. Drops back. How's that not PI? Like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? And I complain about the refs a lot, but they're so bad. What are you looking at? He's got the whistle in his mouth and everything. So when you look at this, you're like, hey, could he throw it to anyone else? Drops back. Nope. And then, so that's the thing you also have to realize when it comes to, and I said this before, when it comes to progression. 1, 2, 3, 4 with the routes when he's looking. You also watch Quinnen Williams. So when he drops back, there are potential routes that could open, but by the time they get open or by the time he would have a chance to throw it, Quinnen Williams right up in his face, right? Because he's not covered. He has this shot here, but that's his check down. That's your last option. And it's time, boom, Quinnen Williams. And he sees him. So he's like, screw it. I have Jeff Wilson. He's one-on-one with his man. I'm going to float it to him. And this was on 3rd and 8. Should have been pass interference. It was a good call by Tua, in all honesty. because I think that might have been his like second read or whatever. And the one that got open to his right was the check down. And by the time he would have decided to go to the check down, Quinnen Williams right up in his face. The last one we're going to talk about is the sack that I was telling you about. Again, we'll watch it. Was someone open? Did he have time? Did he need to take the sack? So, as I'm watching it, I don't think he needed to run. It was another situation where he didn't need to run. Drops back. So, he has a little bit of an out here. He has Waddle. He has a crossing route. So, no one really is ready nor open. He could dump it off here, or he could throw it here to his check down, which seems to be his last read. Feels the pressure coming from this guy. But again, he doesn't need to run. But I think what his thought process is, because it's 3rd and 11, he's got to go all the way here, though. Let me get some yardage, maybe. But he didn't need to run. Maybe, slide to your left a little bit. Because at that point, you could have hit him or him. But again, they needed to get to the 4-yard line. So, no harm, no foul. We blew him out of the water. But like I said, some things that I noticed, some things that just need to be cleaned up. Penalties need to be cleaned up. There was pressure. You're facing a very good defense in the New York Jets, but now we're on to Dallas. Big game. I've been already doing my research for Dallas. I've already been getting ready for the preview video on Friday. I have so much that I want to talk about. Also on Thursday, when I talk about who we should be rooting for and all that junk. I got a lot going on with that. I'll see you guys later tonight with the episode 5 of the Hard Knocks. We get to see how they react to the Titans loss and then how they get ready for this game. It's going to be a good episode, hopefully. But other than that, I will see you guys tonight. What am I talking about? But like usual, stay classy. It fins up.